Hey, what's up out there, everybody? It's Takara and Delvin.
Yo.
Back at it for
Yes,
this
sir.
NFL season kicking off. It's week 6.
Yeah.
And let's get right into it. The Miami Dolphins, you have everybody that I've talked to have told me the Dolphins aren't for real because we jumped out the block 3-0. We suffered 2 losses by way of New England Patriots and Cincinnati. But we bounced back with a major victory versus Chicago.
Victory of heart, character. That victory showed me nothing but, man, we have dogs on the team. You know, and yeah, we took a hiccup against a AFC East, rival. You know, the Patriots, they caught us slipping. I heard that from my guy 15 today, Albert Wilson. He said, yeah, they caught us slipping. So, we had a hiccup last week with Cincinnati. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about that.
Hey, we gotta address it a little bit because we was up 17-0. Smoking start, and we kind of lost ourselves coming out in the second half.
Yeah, well, absolutely. It was to me, it was a little bit of, I don't want to blame, Tannehill. He. I gotta call an ace an ace. So between him and the coaching, because I really say that because looking at the game yesterday, when you got a Chicago team, top defense, and all week you prepared this team, you kept in extra protection. You made it look good for Brock. That's what I was expecting the second half last week.
Correct.
We saw that we had a hurt offensive line. You were supposed to protect the quarterback.
Correct.
And we didn't do that, and Cincinnati teed off on us,
Now, let's talk about the protection because you had this week a banged up offensive line per se than you had last week.
Right.
So now Tannehill is supposed to get out and run the ball more than Brock did. Brock showed composure. He got rid of the football, didn't hold on to it, didn't take sacks.
You know what? If I can combine the two guys, I will find me a quarterback. Because I have Brock who has the quarterback awareness and he feels it, but you have Tannehill who's a little more athletic. And if we can just combine the two, we could make a complete quarterback. Because I really don't trust Brock right now. I like the fact that he was able to hold us down yesterday, but do I trust him, Takara?
It takes time to trust somebody. They got to be a little more consistent and show you some things on a consistent basis.
Right.
So you're not on the bandwagon of let's start Brock from here on out.
It's a catch-22 basically, because I had 7 years of Tannehill. I've given him a try. I have my criticism, and I had my ways of talking about him. But 7 years, I'm saying to myself, did I see his best?
True story. I gotta agree. Now, many will argue that he was coming into his own before he got injured, and the injury set him back.
I agree 100% on that. But being what we went through last year with the Jay Cutler project, he had a whole season. Me personally, every time I looked at Tannehill, I saw a quarterback itching to get back. Now I'm saying, did he rush himself back to be physically ready and he's not mentally ready? Because the things I seen last week, that was a bonehead. No elite quarterback makes those mistakes.
I agree. And my issue with Tannehill is A, not knowing when to run, knowing you can run the football, and B, not getting rid of the football soon enough when you have nothing going on. And this guy will take sack after sack after sack.
And it hurts the offense, and they keep shooting themselves right in the foot.
Right. And it takes away the momentum of the team.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, we've heard of why do we get rid of Ajayi? Why do we get a Jalen? But the team that I'm seeing right now is a team.
I love it. I'm with you, Takara. Last year, I was a little upset with that Jay Ajayi trade, but now in hindsight, it's starting to look like it makes sense because we have a football/track team now. You know, and these guys are running, and with the old man back, excuse me, I don't want to call him an old man, but with the vet back there and Frank Gore running the ball with the mix-up of
Drake.
I love what we're aiming at. It's just we gotta complete, we gotta finish. We have to finish.
Let's talk about Frank Gore because Gore is averaging 4 to 5 yards a carry. A carry. Think about that. He's 35 years old, and the man is still getting the job done because I think he hit the 100-yard. He made the 100 yards yesterday.
Yeah.
So giving this guy the ball, he's giving you 4 to 5 yards off the bat. Now, we got down to the red zone before regulation let out, and we substituted. But if you look, he seemed that if he was in some type of pain, or I don't even think it was gassed. I think he was hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I actually heard that that's exactly what it was. He was a little banged up, you know, because if you look at it, that run right before when he got us down there,
Yeah.
he took a lot. He was,
He did.
you know, struggling and fighting for the extra yards. So when he went down, you know, I think he tapped out a little bit. Not saying they don't have heart. We know Frank Gore has
Absolutely.
heart, you know, but it happens.
I think he and when he took the shot to the back of the head, you know, it kind of knocked something out of him also. But he still got back in and he did his work.
Absolutely.
And I mean, Kenyon Drake, he just fumbled the ball. I mean, he had a touchdown.
Yeah, that was ball game. The funny thing, Takara, I jumped up like ball game, and I, you know, turned around and saw the scrumming on the ground. Like, what's going on? Oh, he fumbled the ball.
He fumbled, and I don't even think it came from a hit.
It didn't.
I just think he fumbled the ball.
Yeah,
It just
was more
got out
like-
of his grasp.
That's it. That's all it was. And then with the guys, you know, just the defense. To me, that was my MVPs yesterday.
Yeah.
In a whole, they did not shut. You know, giving up 28 points. They didn't shut the game down, but they made the plays when they had to make plays.
Absolutely.
They were bending, but they did not break.
Yeah.
So I applaud that defense yesterday.
Yeah, and it was some great hits from the Miami defense yesterday.
Yes, we lead the league in takeaways.
I see that. We had about 11 on the season interceptions.
Yes.
So that says a lot.
It's awesome, man. That's why I'm trying to tell Dolphins and football fans alike, if you just pay attention to the Dolphins team, let's go back real quick. Week 1, what was the final score? I know it was we won.
Yeah, we won.
28, couple points.
Right.
Maybe, you know, it was more of the defense giving up 13. I know this is where I was at one point. The defense is giving up 13 points. The offense was scoring like 20 points to start the week. The Jets game, you come back with the same thing. Oakland game. Then when we had our hiccup.
Yep.
You know, we had the hiccup against the Patriots. Then when we come back, we 17 up against Cincinnati. You know, the defense and offense, if they continue to do what they're supposed to do, we will be okay. You know, because we're back at that format now as the defense, like I say, bending but not breaking. The offense got to continue to make things count, you know, when given the opportunity.
True story.
So that's where we at right now.
Just right, and I think the Bears fans came into that game thinking, "Oh, we about to blow this
Of
out."
course. I wish I could have showed you my Facebook. I had guys with pictures of bears eating fish, catching. And I'm like, yo, by the way, smart people, those are salmon. We're dolphins. You know, it's a whole different ball game over here. Let me see a bear come in the ocean and catch a dolphin. Then I'll know something. But you know what I'm saying? But I had people all before. I told you Dolphins, and it's third quarter, still time in the game. And I'm looking at it, you would think the game was over.
You would think it's over.
21-10, and I had one of my friends like, "Oh, you know it's over. Turn off the lights." And okay.
And see, they're accustomed to past Dolphin teams throwing in the towel, breaking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This year, you see something different. Although that did happen in the Cincinnati game, you do see a different Miami Dolphin team.
Of course. The bounce back in itself, giving up a 17-point lead to lose the game, to come back to play a tough number top 5 defensive team.
Yeah.
And you hold them out to no sacks, a backup quarterback. Do you understand? That's a team gelling together. We're not saying we're gonna go undefeated.
Exactly.
We never said that.
Exactly.
They're gonna take some bumps, and I think that's what our whole team, even with the coaching staff, Gase is gonna take some bumps, bad calls here and there, play calling. Tannehill hiccup he did last week. These guys come around and can start gelling. Sky's the limit.
True story. Let's talk about this receiver core, because Wilson showed you a speed like no other yesterday. He was unleashed. So with that being said, just talk about the setups of the play calling with Adam Gase, with the wide receiver screens, getting the ball out to the receivers and letting them do their thing in open space.
Well, before I start there, let me backtrack and applaud Adam Gase again, because that was, again, a trade that I didn't agree with at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
I'm a big Jarvis Landry fan. I think he was the heart of the offense.
True.
And to see them make that move, at first looking at it, I was teed off. I didn't agree with that at all. But then, come preseason, he comes in. I was at the training camp, seeing some of the practices, seeing how the guys move fast. First thing I said, this team looks pretty fast.
Yeah.
So now, like you say, with the play calling and execution, this team is going to be pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, the craftiness that I saw in Wilson yesterday, teams going to have to scout that.
Absolutely. He's got to be with a guy that can, don't forget he played quarterback.
Exactly.
So he has the knowledge of the game in a whole right there. And then when he gets the opportunity to have the ball in his hands, as you see yesterday and a couple weeks back, this guy can make plays. And then you have a Jakeem Grant. Can make plays. And if I can get the guy out of the tub, if I can get Devontae Parker out of the tub.
How much more time you going to give Devontae Parker?
To be honest with you, Takara, when I was coming over here, I said I would let him go right now. I wouldn't cut him, but it's something I just heard out of LA. I would reach out to the Raiders. They're fed up with Amari Cooper. I would bring Amari Cooper home, send Devontae Parker to LA. What you think about that?
Hey, let's do it. Ain't nothing like sunny South Florida, man.
Bring him home. Bring him home.
Hey, and then you know what? He could be out there frustrated because of what's going on with the Raiders.
Absolutely. You think about that. A coach come in and send one of your best players away.
Yeah.
That's going to shake up a locker room. I don't care what sport it is.
Yeah. Talk about that trade.
Oh, man.
Talk about that trade.
You got a guy who I think feeling himself, hasn't coached in 10 years, getting $100 million.
Feeling safe.
Feeling safe. You do whatever you want. It's your team.
You can't run away the best player.
And that tells me a lot about the individual. I'm sorry. You don't come in here and get rid of a Khalil Mack.
Not a problem in the locker room.
Not a problem. No nothing.
Producing on the field.
What does that tell you?
I don't know what direction Mr. Gruden is trying to go in.
And then you see the first game he coaches, his first thing was, we need a pass rush.
You just had one. The best in the league, probably. One of the best in the league. And you send him packing.
This guy, man, I don't know. I guess that's why I'm not the coach.
You got to make the difficult decisions.
No.
It couldn't have been a financial issue because he's already on the roster.
Right.
So,
it's personal. A lot of this stuff I think is personal, but they'll never tell it.
Of course. But to send them to Chicago with their defense was already strong. I mean, you made them that much stronger. That's for fact.
Absolutely. And that weighs in on the argument we started the conversation off with about the Dolphins beating the Bears.
Exactly.
Great competition.
Yeah. I
don't even want to say they're downplaying that win. That was a great win.
Definitely. And it had a playoff atmosphere to it. Definitely had a playoff atmosphere to it. No doubt about it. Because you got hard-nosed football. I mean, one play after the other. I mean, when you think about it, the Jets came down in the second half, they strike. 7 points. Dolphins come right back down. Boom. They strike 7 points. And you like that adrenaline.
Yes. I haven't seen it since Marino, to be honest.
There you go.
Not saying neither one of those quarterbacks are Marino, but the way we can explode. Marino was the explosion with the Dupers and the Claytons.
Right.
But to see we can just dump it off to the Wilsons and the Grants and hit steals every now over the top, that's exciting.
Yeah.
You know, and we need that down here in Miami.
Yeah. And that running game just opened the door because they had no answer really for the running game. They had no answer for Frank Gore. Let me put it that way.
At all. And to add that, I missed this earlier when we were discussing the Frank Gore topic. That's one thing I was upset with the coaching staff about. Let me back it up to last week. It was a 3rd and 1, if I may recall. We threw the ball deep to Stills. It was incomplete. On a 3rd and 1.
He guaranteed to give you 4 or 5 yards.
Tell you that.
He said it.
And then yesterday we almost blew ourselves, like you say, even though Gore tapped, I would have called timeout. If they did call timeout, actually, I would have just waited. It was 3rd down. If I had to burn, I don't know if you can burn 2 timeouts back to back.
Back to back? I'm not sure.
So if that's the case, I can understand. But if not, I would have called another timeout. Gore get himself together and punch it in.
Seriously. Seriously.
Not taking nothing away from my boy, but Gore was having a day yesterday.
He was.
So you just give him the ball and let's get to the locker room.
Yeah, they couldn't tackle him yesterday. It took a group. Every time it took a group to tackle him. So he did his thing yesterday. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
He locked in and did his thing. So this upcoming week in the football world and from here on out, how do you see the Miami Dolphins finishing in the division? We still have to play against the Patriots one more time. So we're going to gel more. That's for sure. The Patriots, we've seen that they can be beat. Mm-hmm. And if players feel like they caught us slipping, that means we owe some get back.
Oh yeah,
we owe some get back.
And they gotta come here. That's the thing. If they had beaten us 38-7 or whatever the score was in Miami, I would have been concerned.
Yeah,
because we would have had to go back to Foxborough to try to get some get back.
Yeah.
But okay, you caught me early in the season. I'll see you. I'll see you. Like you say, if I can gel, I don't care about what your team is doing right now.
Yeah.
If I can get my squad to gel, it's whoever. Let's line them up.
We finished first or second in the division.
Right now, I think we do overthrow the Patriots.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time.
It's just looking like how it's looking because of the scheduling and everything. But trust me, I do feel that we take over the division this year.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Let me ask you, Carl, when the last time you see out of 6 weeks Miami toe-to-toe with the Patriots?
Haven't seen it. Because I know one thing that we've done in the past, and that's jump out.
Right.
And when we jump out, we slide bad. We relapse.
Yes.
We relapse. But what I'm seeing in them now is not a relapse.
Exactly.
You know, they make you keep your faith. You know what I'm saying? At this point in the season, last year, in the past, a lot of fans lose faith.
Last year, this time, I was already screaming, "Let's go Heat." So I know for a fact I'm seeing a different movie right now. Because I just can see it in the guys. Like you say, when one goes down, it's been the next man up.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we've been dominating. I'm not saying we're dominating on the defense. But the next man up attitude has been keep it, close. Don't get beat too bad. We gave up a couple big plays yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
But we still on the back end that we bailed it out.
Yeah. Let's talk about Rashard Jones.
Yes.
The guy is killing right now.
The man. He is the man. And the Patriots game, the points, not saying the win or loss, but the points had a lot to do with him not playing. If you think about it. Because that guy on the back end, he just don't give up certain things that we've been giving up when he's out.
True.
So I looked at that game and I said, oh yeah, that was, Rashard's absence, and then we're not being on point on the offense. And of course that's the Patriots, so you can't let them off the hook.
True.
So yeah, we took one, but I saw during that game it was going to happen and why it was going to happen.
And then media hypes it up.
Mm-hmm.
When Brady loses twice, he comes back and dominates. So the stage was kind of set, and if you fall into the narrative, it goes down just like that.
Oh yeah, that's let's keep it. Let's be honest. The league loves Patriots and the Brady.
Absolutely.
So anytime it's close, like last night I just saw. Did you see the play where the guy with the sack Brady and he ended up letting him go?
Yeah.
And then he scored the touchdown.
Right.
And to hear that guy's excuse, I feel his pain. He absolutely thinking of the rules. I got to him, get Brady. I know he's going to go down, but I was afraid to really try to put him down because he's Tom Brady.
Right. That's terrible, man.
That's just how it is.
That's terrible.
The Patriots' whole aura, and it's just tainted to me because of those type of things.
Yeah. The rules have, the way they've redone the rules when it comes to the quarterback, in regards to the quarterback, it's not a lot you can do. Well, it's not a lot you can do to Tom Brady. You can do it to everybody else.
Right.
But it's a lot that you cannot do to Tom Brady. Just as soon as you wrap them up, I can see how a player would think, all right, they're going to blow the whistle.
Yep.
So let me unwrap and let him go. You know what I'm saying?
And look what happened.
and you know what? It varies from referee to referee.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the times, a lot of them are quick on the whistle. Then you got some who are not quick on that whistle.
Let them play.
And I guess it's just at the referee's discretion at that point.
You're absolutely right on that. But me, on the other hand, throw the flag. I can't miss for I gotta hit you.
So what are we looking at with Cameron Wake's return?
Well, they're saying he had surgery
okay.
on this knee, arthroscopic. So we're looking at maybe another 2 weeks from what I'm hearing.
Okay.
So,
now,
let's hope for the best with Cam. I'd rather have Cam anyway with it being a veteran player. Let me have him later in the season anyway.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. Right now, I think the best thing that's happening right now, he's getting to teach the young guys. Mm-hmm. And they're getting to learn from in-game experience. There's nothing like in-game experience.
Exactly. And that's why a lot of fans, I'm hearing, they're questioning the sacks. Be patient. It's coming.
Right.
Everything else, we can't have everything at one point.
Correct.
At one time.
Correct.
I am a fan, a homer. But at the same time, I'm a realist.
Exactly.
I do feel, honestly, in my heart that we're going to take over the division this year. And if we don't, the Patriots will know we're right there. They're coming.
Absolutely.
I know they really feel that anyway. That's why I think they try to make a statement against us.
Of course, you have to. Listen, when you see a team with momentum and you got a chance to kind of break it, yeah, you got to try to kill their spirits.
Oh, yeah.
You can't let them gel, not like that.
Right.
You got to make a statement so it sit in the back of their head. Like, all right, we gotta kind of blow them out.
Right. I don't knock it. I take it. I take it. I'm a big Hurricane fan. I grew up off blowouts.
Hey, they've been on you this year, man.
Yeah. Another topic, coaching staff. I swear that the Dolphins and the Hurricane coaching staff, they gotta be talking to each other.
Take me through your boys' play calling, because I haven't been watching your Hurricanes. I'm not gonna lie, but take me through your boys' play calling.
Actually, you have been watching because you watch the Dolphins on Sundays. You're seeing some of the exact stuff that ticks you off. The same stuff you're saying that's ticking you off of Miami is the same thing that's down at the U. The quarterback play is shaky at times, but at the same time, is it the coaching and the play calling which is causing this stuff? You know, it's crazy. It's hard. But shout out to the U. You know, Saturday just made me sick. It made me sick. You know when you have a team and you know they're superior than another team?
Yeah.
And that team just because they're at home, you seem like you lay down and you give them all the momentum that they can ask for, and you could never get the momentum back. You lose 16-13 to a Virginia team who should be on the field with you.
Wow.
So it's like, it's the coaching. You got to get these guys up to play every week.
Man, that's crazy.
Yes, it is. And a lot of fans I know watch that Hurricane game and like disbelief. You're expecting, okay, we're going to turn it on right now. We're going to turn it on this drive. We'll turn it on, and it never happened.
Just never turned it on.
Just never turned it on.
Man. And who you guys have this upcoming week?
I think the U is off this week.
Okay.
Yeah, we're off. I think we have Pittsburgh coming out after
Coming
that.
off the bye week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How you think the U will finish in the division?
Oh, it's going to be tough.
Well, in that conference.
I mean, just like a Dolphin, I'm a homer. I'm going to say what I feel, my opinion. But at the same time, when I say it, it's going to be real. It's, you know, they made it tough. They made it tough for themselves when it was, you know, just go ahead and do what you do, and it's yours for the taking. Now you made it a competition again. Everybody's tied for first place. So it's like a tournament within a tournament now. You know?
Shootout, huh?
Right. So let's see.
So in your opinion, who's the best college team in Florida? We're just talking about the Florida schools, and we'll say it used to be where you just talked about the three schools. You just talk about UM, UF, and FSU. Right now, you got to put FIU in the mix, Central Florida, FAU in the mix. You know, who do you think is the best team in Florida right now?
Well, my opinion, once again, I'm going to stick with the U as far as overall talent and everything. Okay. The U is the better out of the Florida teams.
Okay.
But with that being said, I got to give a shout out to UCF because they've been undefeated last year. And they've been constantly winning games. But I don't know the competition level.
Right.
You know, some people say that about the U, which is true. We have a patsy schedule from time to time until we get into division play. But what teams don't?
It's very true. That's what you do.
You have patsy schedules till this division time.
Yeah, because it gets tough in conference. Exactly. If you go out of your conference playing BCS top 25 schools, and then you got those same BCS top 25 schools in your conference, you almost setting yourself up for failure.
Right.
You want to be in the mix of things, not take yourself out the race altogether.
Completely. Right. And that's what's happening to a lot of those schools now, because once again, in the college rank, I gotta applaud LSU right now. Just, you know, you look at it, they beat us. You know, beat the U off the top. Now they come back this weekend and beat a Georgia team.
Man.
You know, so be it, they've had basically a home field advantage, but they still got the job done.
Right. They did.
So,
it's facts. I mean, with that, now, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't see anybody beating Alabama.
Oh, nah.
I don't see anybody beating those guys. True.
That's it. Themselves, they start feeling themselves and somehow just get complacent and just...
That's going to have to take a collective effort from just about everybody on that team.
Just say screw it.
For real.
Right.
Man, because from what I've seen, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. I don't see a team right now in college football competing with them right now.
It's nobody out there, to be honest with you. On all sides of the ball, all three levels, they totally complete.
And their quarterback is a sophomore. Mm-hmm. Think about that.
They had a sophomore who's actually came in and just took it away from a senior. if I'm not
Facts.
mistaken,
And he
right?
was a freshman last year.
That's
The,
incredible.
the kid was a freshman last year. Led him to the championship. Won it because they were down.
Mm-hmm.
Put the freshman in the game. He wins it.
Wow.
You can't tell me that the kid not coming back to start the following year.
Who
Like,
gets
come
that
on
credit?
now.
Who gets that credit?
Exactly. You gotta give Saban that credit because he
Coaches
pulled
every time.
the plug.
Yeah.
He could have. All right, let me stick with you and see what you do. But as a coach, you're not getting the job done.
Right.
Now, Saban gets crucified if Tua comes in the game and doesn't produce the way he did. He gets crucified.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, but he gets praised because his movement, his coaching adjustment worked
Yeah.
to perfection.
It's almost the same exact way that what's my coach in Kansas City? Andy Reid.
Yeah,
This guy take a pretty much decent quarterback, a proven quarterback in Alex Smith,
yeah,
and send him away to Washington because he know he has someone like Mahomes coming in.
correct.
Can you imagine being that coach that sees that and you make that decision and you look like such a genius
Right.
versus the coaches that will sit a guy on the bench and keep an old guy like Eli Manning or one of them old vets that you know is on their way out the door.
Yeah,
But you would send him, you would still put him in the game and have a talent sitting on the bench,
wasting away,
wasting years away.
wasting away. What is going to happen with Eli?
Oh, that's a sad story. It is because it's almost like those stories with, just say like the Michael Jordan with his kids.
Yeah,
You will never be like your dad.
right.
But with him as his brother, even though you won a championship, Eli, you was with a great team.
Yeah, he did.
I'll give you that. But as of now, they're trying to rebuild. You have a pretty good receiver in Odell.
Yeah.
You have in my opinion, possibly the rookie of the year and the running back. It's
Agreed.
on you now, Eli.
Yeah.
And you can't connect the dots.
So then, when does the coach decide to switch up and make a change?
Well, honestly, if it was, like I said, if it was me, it would be sooner than later. I would get on the phone with Jacksonville, because that's what he has ties to, Coach Coughlin,
Yeah.
and see if I can do something, because Jacksonville needs help. Because
Bad.
Bortles is definitely not the
Oh
answer.
man.
He has let me down, too, as a
Oh.
football fan. It's like, Bortles is not the answer in Jacksonville. Maybe Eli got a couple years if Coughlin can get up under his skin.
Right.
With Bortles, just send him away. I don't know what to do with Bortles. And then open up the door for the Giants to maybe this year go out and get a quarterback.
Right.
To save the Odell years and your rookie years. You want a young quarterback, young receiver, and a young running back to go together.
So
to grow together.
So Eli's time and his seniority should have worn off because they were talking about this last year
I think so.
when they got the new coaching staff.
I think so.
And they were saying that the new coaches should have been potentially looking at a different quarterback per se. But they stuck it out with Eli.
Right, because they were under the impression Eli still have maybe 2 years left. We go get a Saquon Barkley with the Odell. We can make it happen. Unfortunately, Manny doesn't have what they thought.
Not when you're getting a mediocre Eli. You're not getting the Eli in the past. It's mediocre and under.
Yes. I've seen yesterday he had guys open. He couldn't hit open guys. It's like, wow. Eli, I would expect that from a rookie
Right.
or a 2-3 year player. Not you.
Yeah. Super Bowl quarterback.
It's costing your team.
Super Bowl champion quarterback. You do expect more out of that.
Absolutely.
Especially when you got one of the premier receivers in the league as your number one go-to guy. Gotta get him the ball.
Got to.
Gotta get him the ball.
And I don't condone his actions, but I understand where his actions are coming from in the way Odell is acting out.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to say, and I heard Odell even say that's the way he gets himself motivated.
Right.
I understand what Odell's
Frustration, man. Frustration.
You know, he's saving face by not coming out and,
just blasting it.
Right.
Just blasting the quarterback.
But he's saying he's feeling what everybody else sees and knows they need a quarterback.
Yeah. They need one bad. And you brought up Jacksonville. And I'm going to tell you, I watched probably the first quarter into the second. They got dismantled. Are the Cowboys that good, or Jacksonville just is that bad?
I wish I had a Cowboy fan on the line right now.
You can't get them on the line. They're unrealistic.
But that's why I would like to have them on the phone right now, just to see. Let them tell it.
Oh, they're gonna tell you.
But honestly, they know exactly. Jacksonville is just—they're not who we thought they were
at all.
And it's becoming one of those situations with Jacksonville. I think in a whole, the defense is fed up with Bortles. It's like we were putting on, we were trying to stop, we make stops, we get turnovers, and you guys can't do nothing with the ball.
Yeah.
And then some games is going to lead to, we're on the field all game, and still you guys can't get nothing done.
Can't get a thing done. I mean, listen, yesterday, when I'm watching that game, they were getting demolished.
Man on man, just getting destroyed.
They were getting demolished. That locker room has got to be so divided.
Oh, yeah.
It has to be divided.
Oh, yeah. And I saw an interview with Ramsey today, and he's also saving face.
Yeah.
But you can see it.
You got to.
It's like we don't have it. Well, he didn't say they don't have it. The question was asked, is this a top defense still? He was like, we're not playing like it. And he's absolutely right. For Dallas to do what they did to you guys yesterday, that's going to set the whole league notice to you guys.
Facts.
Facts. If we can get to Bortles and keep this defense on the field more, it's going to be a benefit to us now.
Yeah.
Usually people are scared of the defense.
Not now.
About keeping them on the field.
Not now. Straight attack mode on the D.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. And I'll give Dallas credit. They showed us, you take advantage of a team that's hurt.
Absolutely.
That's dysfunction.
Absolutely.
So that's what
can they be consistent with what they have going on? The Cowboys.
I guess if they play Jacksonville again, because yesterday they looked like a good team yesterday. I got to give them credit. They looked like a good team. You had Elliott breaking off runs, whatever. I think I heard one time Dallas, it took maybe 6 minutes or something before me to get a third down.
See?
That's crazy. That means it was first, second. That's pretty cool if you think about it.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, where is the defense?
Yeah. And that breaks a team's momentum. That breaks your confidence. Meaning you can first and second down, you can't stop them. They're getting a first down on 1 or 2 plays every time.
Crazy.
Every time.
That's crazy.
That's tough.
Where is the defense?
That's
all you can say. That's crazy.
Who do you have as a Super Bowl prediction? What 2 teams? I know it's early, but if you could pick 2 teams right now from what you've seen, just what you've seen up to week 6, who would be your 2 teams that you put in the Super Bowl right now?
I tell you what, it'd be a nice Super Bowl to see the Rams and Kansas City. That would be an exciting Super Bowl, but we ain't gonna go there. We'll say, I think the Rams coming out of the NFC though. I really see the Rams playing good football.
You got them coming out.
I think the Rams, barring injury, because they already hurt and they're still winning right now.
Right.
So on the back end, they got I think a corner or 2 that's out.
Okay.
But
yeah, they're 6-0 right now.
Right. So
okay.
I do want somebody to beat them at least once. I go, but we'll see. And out of the AFC, I think it's still a crapshoot because I'm not going to say the Patriots. Even though they are probably one of the tops, of course.
Of course.
But I do think not only the Dolphins, I think it's other teams that's really aiming at them before the season's out.
Like you said, Kansas City.
Kansas City's one.
Kansas City.
You still have a team that you can never sleep on is the Baltimore Ravens also.
Yeah. They tough. They're tough.
That's a tough squad.
Yeah, even your Steelers, though.
Yeah,
they play tough football. Hard-nosed football.
Yep.
So it'll definitely be interesting to see. Now, you'll get the Pittsburgh Ravens knocking each other out, right? So you'll get one of them knocking each other out, which opens this door on that opposite side.
Right.
Interesting to see because, as of right now, like you said, the Rams, right now they're running the show in football right now.
And the thing about it, also, the saying, it's not how you start.
Yeah, it's how you finish.
So that's why it's hard to say right now, but just looking around, it's going to be some surprises before the season's out.
Agreed.
So that's what we at with that.
Agreed. How do you rate the Green Bay Packers? Because I know tonight, Green Bay versus San Francisco. How do you rate the Green Bay Packers?
It's just something about that guy Aaron at number 12. He's awesome. Green Bay goes as far as Aaron Rodgers goes.
That's true.
And that's on a hurt leg. If it wasn't hurt, the sky would be the limit for Green Bay right now.
Yeah.
But everybody's debating, or not debating, but just wondering if they're going to win. They're basing it on his leg. Because they know the arm is okay, the brain is okay. So his athleticism is okay. Well, it's not okay because of the leg. But
right.
He is, by him being who he is, he's an awesome quarterback. That's actually one of my favorite quarterbacks.
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a big Aaron Rodgers fan.
That's cool. Does Tannehill, he was warming up, and then he said he couldn't go. So this brings me back to what you were saying earlier. Did he rush himself back too early?
Yes. And I heard he took I want to say the Raiders game. I think he said he first felt a little something in the shoulder. And yeah, I think a lot of more coming back, exercising your leg, you forget other
parts of your body.
I'm going through that right now, Takara, trying to come through rehab, and it's like you're so concentrated on that injury to you the other little simple things.
Yeah.
Then you get up and walking with a limp, like, I guess from sitting all day and not moving around like I normally move.
Right.
But yeah, that's basically with Aaron Rodgers, man. If it wasn't for his leg, I would always put that guy ahead of. He's far years ahead of me to me.
He showed us what he could do in the opening weeks of football. Bringing Green Bay back from I think it was a 21-point deficit, coming back and winning the game. So he showed what he could do before the injury happened to him too.
Right.
So he's been doing his thing on that, no doubt about it. So it'll really be interesting to see what the NFC does and who comes out. Who is your top 4 picks in the NFC right now?
NFC, I will go with the Rams right now. Maybe a little Vikings right now. NFC, who else? You know what? Those probably the two. Well, Green Bay. That's another team that's still, fighting. They're going to be around long. They got Aaron Rodgers. So, and it's somebody I'm missing.
Eagles out your mix.
No, because the Eagles, they're a strong base team. The football, the whole mindset of from the coaching, they have a base, but they still rocky also right now.
Okay.
But it's not about how you start. It's how you finish.
Yeah. You answered my question about who would be in the Super Bowl. How far do you think the Eagles go, being with the success that they had last year?
The Eagles, to me, they're one of those teams that's a tease.
Okay.
They're not teasing me,
right?
But to the other their competition. It's like they're saying to other teams, y'all better get it in now. Y'all better get your licks in now. Do what you can do now, because when we get set, just like everybody's team.
Yeah.
Like we're saying about the Dolphins, if we can get things together, we can cause some trouble.
Right.
That's what I'm saying about the Eagles. You better get your licks in now, because that's a team that reminds me of the Ravens. They are always there.
The consistency.
Yeah, exactly. It's about them getting over the hump or turning it on in time to get it done.
True story.
You know, they got a little hurt, they got a little beat up, so they, ease through the season. Before you know it, you look up, they only got one or two or three losses. And it's like,
Right.
Same with the Patriots.
Yeah. Yeah.
You look up and they only got 2 losses, and like it was supposed to go down this year. So that's how it is, and I respect the Eagles. I respect the Eagles.
Yeah. I mean, with the success they had last year, you can't help but to respect it.
Exactly. They're the champs.
Yeah.
You can say what you want. They're the champs.
Until you dethrone me.
Exactly.
You know, exactly. Until you dethrone me, I still am what I am. Super Bowl champ.
That's it.
Who is your top 4 coming out of the AFC?
Wow. Now that's what we gonna butt heads and argue and all day. Because I'm gonna give you Kansas City. I'm gonna give you let me see. Because a lot of that Cincinnati, even though they beat us, they 4-2. I don't trust that team.
Right.
So I'll give New England to be up there. Let's see. That third team, who can I give you? I don't like the Chargers. A lot of people scream the Chargers.
You don't trust them just
I don't
yet.
trust them. I'll probably have to throw the Ravens in Pittsburgh, to be honest.
Okay. I mean, that's fair.
And as a homer, I'm gonna be on the outside looking in, hoping somebody slip up and let me get in.
Right.
That's being a Dolphin.
Right.
I'm being honest.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Wild card, you can't tell me I'm being a homer. I can see my team making a wild card.
Facts. I have to agree with that.
So,
Definitely have to agree with that.
Yeah, if a team slip on any given Sunday, I can take it.
Yeah. Hey, listen. It is what it is.
That's it.
It is what it is. More than capable. More than capable. I think our defense has been tested, and I think that they've shown you the consistency that they do have.
Right.
And when they do gel and come together, you know what I'm saying? I think you see that. So, by people saying that, like I said, the Bears were supposed to blow us out, it says a lot for our defense holding them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially if you think it's going to be a shootout, and then we holding them below their average. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I had a question. I had a conversation with my brother the other day, and it was a good conversation. He asked me, he was like, "Bro, if it was one player that you can put on the Dolphins team, who would it be and why?"
Okay.
Well, if people are listening to me, I'm pretty sure they put it together anyway. If it was one player I can take and put on the Miami Dolphins, it would be Aaron Rodgers. And with Aaron Rodgers on this Miami Dolphin team right now, you can put me in the Super Bowl. And I stand by that with no laughter. I really mean that.
I agree. Listen, we know every great team has a great leader.
As a great leader.
And if he's up on the center,
There's no question about it. Because I have a defense, and he's what I'm missing on my offense to make my offense superb.
agreed. Hey, agreed. And I even want to take us back to this because I just seen something this past week. Drew Brees just became like the all-time leader in passing, right, in the NFL. And I know previous and some years back, you and I spoke of something that we let slip away down here in Miami when Saban was calling the shots. Saban was at Breeze.
Yep.
For whatever reason, it didn't go down. He didn't come to Miami. Although Saban wanted him, it didn't happen. He didn't come to Miami. Now look what the guys went on to do.
Yeah. I mean, and that's one of those situations I must admit I would have been wrong also. I would have lost also because at the time it was Dante Culpepper
Yeah.
or Drew Brees. Dante Culpepper was coming off a knee injury. And Culpepper was coming off a knee injury. Brees was coming off a shoulder injury.
Right?
being that you're a quarterback, you know, you're thinking, I'd rather deal with a knee injury over a shoulder injury. Being that it's his throwing shoulder also.
Right.
But with the doctors and stuff of the day, his technology, I wish we known in hindsight. You know, but it happens.
Yeah.
It definitely should have been Breeze.
Yeah. And look what that guy's over there doing in New Orleans. So it is very important to have that person under center calling shots.
Wow.
Because, I mean, realistically speaking, how many more years? I know as a fan, it's one thing. But how many more years does the organization... How many years do you think they're going to give Tannehill at the helm, under center?
With thinking how the organization thinks,
They going to let him retire there?
it gave him a lot of money.
They gave him a lot of money.
You know, so they're stuck. Basically, it's either you go to your owner and like get rid of him as dead money, and you're talking about $17 million. It's like he's gonna look at you like, you told me to go to pay for that.
Yeah.
Now you turn around telling me to throw my money away.
But on the flip side of that, if I come in, right, then this hypothetically speaking, if I come in, I'm the GM, I'm talking to you as the owner. Yeah, I told you to invest. And your investment hasn't paid off. So you like, nah, I'm not going to throw away my money. I'm going to get out of him the rest of my money.
That's what I think it is.
But if I can show you where I can make you more money, but you got to take a loss on this one in order to gain.
See, we're talking, in our situation, it's going to look to Ross, and he's going to be like, but that's what I've been doing from the beginning. I've been trusting you guys. I've just been giving sign checks, because now you're coming to me 7 years into this project again to say the same thing you said 7 years prior.
Yeah, I mean...
But me as an owner, I would be like, if we can't, if we tied, if we seen his best, let's try to trade him before I just dump my money.
And I hear that.
I try to trade him first.
Right. No, I definitely respect that.
Yeah,
definitely respect that.
But it's coming to that, Takara. 7 years. I know me personally. The first 3 years, I was debating with friends and family about this guy, and I ended up giving him the benefit of the doubt after the fourth year.
Right.
Fifth year, he did decent. He got hurt his 6th year.
True.
Now it's okay. You're coming back. You look like you had the fire in your eyes to get back, but you're coming back to now. You're still the same old.
And that's my thing. you see what I'm saying? That's my thing. See, when you come back, I need you to come back with something more than what you left with.
Only thing I would give him a credit for, the ball's coming out pretty tighter. The spiral's coming out. He's throwing it with conviction.
Right.
But I need you to be a leader, and I need you to lead this team.
Facts.
It's more than just doing what he's doing. I need more. And my question is, can you give me more, or you tapped out? Let me know as an owner and as a coach. Let my team know, is this it? I don't want to, you know what I mean? Can I get more out of this guy? That's the question to all fans. Can we get more out of Tannehill?
That's a great question. That's a great question, and time will tell. And I know you say we can't trust Brock right now. He hasn't lost against Chicago. That's statistics.
Right.
That's statistics.
Right. So,
the man is undefeated against Chicago, so that's a statistic. Now,
what's his record against Detroit? I need to find that out because man, it's getting crazy now. We got to depend on a backup again. It's 2 years in a row.
True.
Our backup is being a cause of our outcome of the team.
Yeah, for real. Serious talk.
Serious
talk. It's too many years. It's too many years.
That's one reason when you look around the NFL Network and ESPN, even when we were 3-0, nobody was talking about us.
No.
They don't take us serious.
Right.
But that's now what we're going through again. They're not going to talk about us. 4-2.
Nah, that's with a backup quarterback.
It's going to always be negative said.
Always.
So right now the Dolphins are once again always trying to prove themselves. They're back at trying to prove themselves.
Right.
You know, so let's just see. Let's, let the chips fall where they may.
And to Ryan Tannehill's defense, as a starter, you are scouted, and every package is basically for you. So for your second string quarterback to come in, they can get something done in their first game in because they haven't been scouted.
Right.
So now it's like, all right, this upcoming week, you've gotten scouted all week. Defenses are working on packages just for you. The pressure is a little bit different. Your starter's used to that, but not your second-hand guy.
Right. And with that, also with Brock, let me back up a story with Brock. That's one guy I actually wanted the Dolphins to draft.
Okay.
I'm not going to even lie. When he was coming out, because in college, the guy showed me a totally different person.
Right.
And over the years, you notice, I've seen it all the time. Some guys are better college players than professional.
System guys.
So that's what I think he's ended up being. But maybe Gase can get something out of him that we haven't seen, that we've already seen Tannehill at his peak.
Right.
You understand? So maybe Tannehill is just his time is up.
Right.
That's the question.
Hey, Kane Foster, we see you. It's time to draft our new leader.
Amen to that. And that's coming from a young guy who knows football too.
There we go.
I'm saying? So everybody sees it.
Right.
Everybody sees it. We've tried. He's 7 years. You've been here 7 years, and the same thing in the 7th year you're doing. You were doing in year 1. You're doing in year 7.
We need growth.
We need growth.
We need growth. I will say, even if Tannehill doesn't play this upcoming week and Brock is our starting quarterback,
right,
the packages that they had in, they may have to switch something up. But if that running game sustains, it opens things up.
Yes.
It opens things up.
Absolutely. And the thing they're saying about Brock, Coach Gase said that Brock knows the system. He
right,
knows his offense. And with that being said, it's like Tannehill, once again, you're letting someone come in from the outside. Okay, he was with Gase a couple years.
Yeah.
You're a quarterback. You're supposed to take the bull by the horns and lead this team.
Kane Foster, big Tannehill supporter, but he said he can't. It's over with. The party over. He want to break up.
But that's how it is. That's how he is. Don't get me wrong. He'll have a lot of more people supporting him, thinking that he's gonna do it. Might come out and win 2-3 more games, but he's gonna have those hiccups that keep us right at this topic.
Yeah, see, that can't happen because 2 to 3 more games, okay, that gets you in the runnings for the wild card position or guaranteed spot. We trying to get wild card for sure. Absolutely. Or a guaranteed spot. We don't want the potential to be that. We want to be that.
That's that part.
We're trying to be that. It's time for next level stuff right now.
If you're a Dolphin fan like I am, I've been a Dolphin fan all my life. I've seen this movie too many times. I have the DVD. I have the VHS. I have it all.
And you going back with it, VHS. Yes. Oh, man. And you know what? That's why opposing fans always come out and be like, y'all do this every year.
Exactly.
They say it all the time. Oh, y'all do this every year.
Yeah, we set up for a pretty picture, a pretty portrait, but we never finished the painting. That's how it is. They expect more. It's to the time now that you don't even have to be a Dolphin.
True.
I'm hearing this in the streets. They're not even Dolphins, but they want the Dolphins to be successful.
Yeah.
It's been that long now.
A long time coming, man. Long time coming.
Long time, man. And I really want people to understand that it's been so long to Carl, and I think I said this in the previous taping that we had. They're gonna have to close down I-95 when the Dolphins win the Super Bowl.
No, facts. Everything shut down.
Shut it down.
The city got to shut down.
We become
The whole
Cleveland
South
Browns
Florida.
of football. I want a championship.
Yep. The whole South Florida gonna have to shut down.
Yeah.
Cleveland, what they want, about 3 games right now?
Yeah,
Two, and then they got the tie.
Two and one.
Right, and then they got the tie. Listen, it's time.
It is.
It's time. And it's baby steps to it, but at this point, we should consistently be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Consistently.
At least the playoffs.
Consistently.
Exactly. I remember once upon a time, we owned the AFC.
Facts.
Just like the Patriots is doing now, I was used to that. You know? That's what we have a call.
He say chicken look good and juicy on the outside, but then you cut into it and it's still raw. That's what it's like being a Dolphin fan.
Absolutely.
Oh my
But
goodness.
another point made.
True.
Point made.
You can't argue with
You
that.
can't argue.
You can't argue with
You
that.
have to deal with it. But that's why when you get calls and texts like that, people are dying for a change.
We're craving it.
They need it. It's like if that happens, the city, it'll be so much better every day. You'll walk outside, it'll be a beautiful day every day. It will.
With your head held high.
Hell high, man.
Got on your aqua.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Listen, man, I think right now they are going to make a change. They have to. They have to. At this point, you have to. That's why I asked about if somebody came to the owner like, listen, we got to do something. Trade, get rid of, do something. Or draft somebody, get somebody in there that can run this offense with the weapons that we have. Because you have weapons.
That's exactly what's missing. And the funny thing is, I don't know where it came from, but the funny thing is that this organization, they know they're stuck with this guy.
That's not a good place to be in. That's a bad marriage, man. It's a bad marriage.
It's bad.
We might have to call LeBron, like you said. He said we need to hit LeBron up. I don't know if he coming back to South Florida. He in LA doing his thing.
We need to do something to change this vibe back down here. Because speaking of LeBron, did you see the atmosphere when we had the big three? Did you notice the atmosphere here
Absolutely.
in South Florida? It was beautiful.
Absolutely.
So if the Dolphins can actually conquer, it will be, oh man.
Listen, you got the Marlins have won.
Yes.
The Heat have won.
Yes.
It's that time for the Dolphins to get in.
And that's the funny thing. And like I said, I've been a Dolphin fan my whole life. And I've witnessed titles from every organization except my Dolphins.
Yeah.
I've witnessed us going to 2 championships, and that was beautiful. It was electrifying when the Dolphins went to the Super Bowl the 2 times in the 80s.
Right.
It was, everybody was happy. It was just enjoy. You know, it was just to be a Dolphin fan was awesome, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? But now it's like, my Hurricanes have given titles. Like you say, the Marlins have brought titles.
Yeah, Marlins brought titles.
The Panthers.
I want. Either they went
or they
were there.
Right. And it's sad, man.
So every major sports team in South Florida has had some success, and it's us, the Dolphins, that haven't been tasting that success.
And the funny thing about it, with the organization that's here, where all the athletes are coming from,
right here.
They're coming
in your
in our
backyard
and taking it from
elsewhere,
college, all the way to the pro level, and they're not even coming back.
We're not bringing them back home.
Yes,
we're not bringing them back home.
And I have to say this: my father, rest his soul, used to say this all the time. If the Dolphins ever took time out and brought back the Hurricane players, the Gator players, and the Seminole players, they would be a bad team.
Yeah.
And if you think about all the players around the league over the years,
Yeah.
if you weren't a Hurricane fan, a player or a Florida State player, the Gators, they were the ones that took the league to a next level.
Absolutely.
You know?
I mean, look at just with the 3 teams that you named. I mean, right off the top of my head, Dion,
Exactly.
Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, and the list goes on and on. You know, you got your Ray Lewis. Exactly.
Barrow, it's crazy. We can go on and on for all 3 of the teams, and the players that they.
Yeah,
put
you got a full-fledged, competitive Super Bowl championship team from those 3 colleges,
Right.
no doubt.
Yes, sir.
No doubt about it. And I mean, honestly, recruiters, when they're recruiting these kids out of high school to come to college, they're coming to South Florida.
And they're staying in South Florida for months until recruiting is over. They're here.
Yeah,
That's
for
how they
real.
do it.
For real. I mean, think about high schools. St. Thomas, Miami Central, Northwestern, Carroll City, Heritage. Yeah, you got teams.
Oh, I gotta send a shout out South Plantation.
Oh, okay, South
Plantation, Cardinal Gibbons.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
out-
don't forget Chaminade.
Chaminade.
Yeah, Coach Jones doing his thing at Chaminade. Let's go to high school real quick.
Give shout out to them all, man. There's a lot of schools out there that's putting them out there.
Coach Jones, they just beat Booker T this past week at Chaminade. They just beat Booker T. So Coach Jones has been doing his thing over there. I think they won the state championship last year. Right. Now Coach Jones has been at South Broward. He went to Hollandale, had success, and now he's at Chaminade Madonna. Same deal, doing the same thing.
That's awesome. Let's just go to show you. And we keep jumping to high schools to call.
Yeah.
We can even drop it down to this Optimist league.
Oh man, it gets
it's talent
galore.
everywhere. Yeah,
Galore.
That's the good thing about it. It's like if you can start up your own little league, you grab these kids young, you will be surprised.
So Heritage got knocked off. Did Cardinal Gibbons knock him off on South? No, Cardinal Gibbons did. Cardinal Gibbons beat Heritage. Yeah, they beat him Friday night.
Shout out to CC. CG, my bad.
Yeah, but I mean, like you said, that youth league football in South Florida is huge.
It is.
It's huge.
It is, and I know personally, man, kids that are flying out there, and it's like I can't wait to see them to the next level.
Yeah.
And I know if I'm saying that, I know it's guys out there licking their chops to try to get up under these guys and pull them up under their wings and be there because they're athletes everywhere.
Absolutely.
They are.
I mean, it's to see on the little league level, on the youth league level, the growth of youth football, although it's always been big here in South Florida, but just the growth of youth football right now in South Florida, I'm telling you, it's amazing. Amazing. They're doing a lot. Mm-hmm. And to imagine, we're talking about youth. They haven't even made it to high school yet.
And all it takes the right guidance, whether it's a coach, a family member, or something to keep these kids aligned with the stars. You know, it's no telling what it can end up at, man. Because I know the right head on a couple of kids that I know personally. I'm already telling them, man, just get me some season tickets.
But let's talk about a prospect that came out this year, rookie season, Lamar Jackson. He's with the Ravens right now, playing behind Flacco. What do you see for his future? Does he stay being an NFL quarterback, or will they change his position?
Absolutely. For them to change his position will be a mistake. Because that young man has the quarterback instinct.
Yeah.
He has what it takes. And I've witnessed maybe a game or two of this guy since Little League. I saw him in Little League.
Right.
And I always thought he was beyond his years. So let him sit behind Flacco. I still predict he'll be in before season's out. You know, whether it's injury or he just take over. I see it happening because I think Flacco is something like what we see in Miami. You've seen Flacco's best.
Right. You have.
Although he has got him to the Super Bowl, but you have seen his best.
Yeah, you've seen him.
You know,
And it's not going to get no better than that.
You know, and you have a Ferrari sitting on the bench. You know?
Right.
So you gotta make that decision sooner than later.
But they put him in. They
got packages.
Yeah.
The packages are working, and it's keeping the defense at bay and keeping them thinking on what's going on.
But you know what it also does? It lets your rookie know, we coming. Be patient. Be patient. We coming. We gonna get you that ball.
Oh, yeah.
We gonna put you on the center and do your thing.
But that's when a player would love to play back for that coach.
Absolutely.
Knowing that this coach is taking his time out to put plays in, not sit them to learn on the fly.
I'm telling you, it's
that
a difference.
A big thing. It's big.
It's a difference.
Yes,
Gotta learn on the fly.
Yes, sir.
Gotta learn on the fly. So now we're talking about college quarterbacks. Now last year, Florida State, before their quarterback got injured, I mean, I heard fans saying he the greatest thing smoking. You dropped your head on me. But
Francois, right? We're talking
we're talking Francois.
Well, I'm not, no disrespect. I wasn't dropping my head, and saying he's garbage.
No, I know that.
But he's just at a school that I don't pull for. But to give credit where it's due, he's a great kid. I know him personally. I know his family. He's good. He's going to be good. Absolutely. He get to the next level where those coaches get to protect him with the line. He's going to be good.
Is he in the right system?
Not at Florida State.
Was he in it with Jimbo before Jimbo left and went to Miami?
They were making it.
Okay.
They were making it. This Taggart guy, I think he's caught up.
Okay.
With that, I gotta do certain things. You know what I mean? And he's losing focus on what he should be doing.
Gotcha.
With Francois, because that kid can play.
That's what I'm saying. Last year, before he got hurt, fans he was high.
Exactly.
He was high.
But once again, thank God, because I'm a Hurricane fan. So thank God that he's not
at 100%.
Right, and the coaching staff doesn't have him playing out of his rear,
right?
Because he can play.
I mean, he showed you flashes of that before it all went down. Mm-hmm. So no doubt about it. I just really want him to bounce back, so you can see, what I'm saying, the weapons that he brings to the table and his talent.
He's good. He's a good kid. He's a good guy.
Yeah. And so UCF, University of Central Florida, how do you rate them right now?
To be honest with you, Takara, I've seen them. I check out highlights and everything, but I think it's going to boil down to the competition level. I don't think they can play enough for everybody to give them the respect. I'm going to respect your undefeated record because it's hard to be undefeated no matter what.
Right.
I respect the record, but I don't think I can respect you as a competitor on my level or the bigger D1 schools is what I'm saying.
Right. No, that's respectful. In FIU, how do you see them? Do you see them transitioning into a powerhouse in the state of Florida?
No, but it comes with a reason. And the reason is the UM, Florida State, Florida. You're going to be getting the C grades versus the A and B's of the athletic world. You understand what I'm saying? It's the scale I'm using. It's like you're going to get more than 3, 4, the lower class players than the top dogs.
Right.
The bigger school's going to take the top dogs, but you will be good. You're going to get better as far as where your competition level is now. You get enough, like I say, where all the talent is down here.
Right.
So no matter what, if you do get the C-level athletes, you're
still getting talent.
Athletes, exactly.
Yeah.
So you get enough of those athletes, it's still, C's still a passing grade. So
Facts.
You're gonna be okay. You get enough of those players that can make a difference.
Facts.
So that's how I look at those guys.
Now before we get out of here, let's flip it to the NBA real quick.
Okay.
The Miami Heat. What's your take on them this season, right now?
You know how I start off my debate, so I'm not saying this because I'm a homer.
Okay.
I watched enough of the Summer League. I watched enough of preseason. I'm guaranteeing the Miami Heat will finish fourth.
Okay.
No lower than fourth.
All right.
I'm guaranteeing that right now. But
All right.
being saying they won't finish lower than fourth, from 4 up they can finish.
Okay.
I really see that.
Celtics, Milwaukee,
I think, be honest with you,
Philly.
I'll give you Boston. I'll give you Toronto. Maybe,
Okay.
because
Okay.
of the signing
With
of
Kawhi. Okay.
Exactly. Philly, that third one.
Okay.
Now, you tell me who's better than... Well, that's why I think that fourth spot, Milwaukee, Miami, the Chicago Bulls, maybe.
Right.
Because everybody shuffled their roster.
They did.
So, that fourth spot, and we're not even talking 7, 8 spots for the playoffs.
Right.
So, I know they'll make the playoffs. But I'm thinking they're going to be more of a surprise elite. Not elite. I won't say elite. But they'll be cruise control.
Okay.
Basically, they're going to be even. They won't be under 500.
Okay. You got them above.
I got them above
All right.
500.
And listen, this is Wade's last season. He did say that.
That's another reason I'm saying is Wade ain't going to go out he's going to go out with a bang.
Okay.
But I'm not saying his bang is going to be a championship.
Right.
But it will be like, whoa, look at the Heat.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I definitely feel you on that. I definitely can't see championship.
Right.
That Boston team is legit.
It's set.
And you seen a Boston team without a Kyrie in the playoffs. So, I mean, they got some things working.
But let's see if they can play together. Because I haven't seen
That's the thing, too.
You haven't seen them guys play together yet.
Yeah, that's the thing, too.
The Urbans and the
Tatum.
the Tatums.
It's
and
smart.
The one that got hurt.
Oh man, I can't think of his name right now.
Just coming back.
Yeah.
But, they haven't played together.
Yeah,
so
I definitely want to see
it takes a minute
the gel.
So
Yeah.
let's see.
Yeah, and I mean, look, the East is kind of wide open because your boy's in the West right now.
Wow.
Your boy's in the West right now. I think it was the smartest business move ever.
Oh, definitely.
Oh my God, business move.
You can't do a better move than that business.
Facts.
You can't do a better move.
He's producing movies right now.
Matter of fact, one of his shows he's producing.
I just watched
I'm
it.
on it.
You on it?
The Warriors of Liberty City.
Yeah. Oh, so you watched that one? I watched The Barbershop.
Okay. The Liberty City Warriors. Get a chance, watch it.
Okay.
You know, my younger brother Reese.
Right.
His son plays with a couple of the kids.
Okay.
Basketball.
Right.
But they on the little. It's pretty cool.
All right.
But yeah,
he's
LeBron,
on it.
That's what it takes. You know what I mean? Even though I'm not a big LeBron fan, I can't knock that move at all.
Oh yeah, you
no
can't.
one, not only, and who cares if I did knock the move?
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
But business wise, off the chart.
Yeah, I mean, the guy. Listen, to go in LA to learn from Magic Johnson himself, former player, now running the Lakers organization, making business decisions for the organization, also have his businesses outside of basketball. And I think he got some ties into the Dodgers, I want to say. So just watching that, and if you want to be a billionaire, we ain't even talking about millionaire at this point. If his dream and goal is to be a billionaire and set himself up, he's doing that.
He's on the right track.
He's on the right track.
Yes, sir.
He's won championships, so it's not about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. But of course, I'm sure he would definitely want to win again. My thing is, this guy has been to 8 straight finals. Straight.
Well, he told you that when he came to the Heat. Not one.
Not one. Not two. Okay. Now, he
you
just didn't say with who.
Right.
But he did. See, I'm with you on that.
Right.
Hey, I like the guy. That's my guy. I like LeBron. I'm a LeBron fan. I'm going ham. I'm a LeBron fan.
Hey, he business. I can't knock him at all. I mean, I have little personal issues. But
So you still bitter from the breakup?
Yeah.
Oh.
no, actually, be honest, it wasn't even a breakup. It was something that actually personally happened.
Okay.
In a presence of him. And it's like, really? Okay.
All right.
You know, it's
Okay.
one of those situations.
Right.
But at the same time, even after the situation happened, I didn't even knock that because I can understand it happens probably more often than none.
Right.
But it wasn't that what I was,
right.
coming for. But
yeah,
story's over with. But he's a businessman. I applaud him for being a businessman.
Oh yeah, and if he can take, because we know what's in the West.
Right.
One thing we know is what's in the West right now. The Lakers, we know what they were last year.
Right.
And we know when you get this guy on your roster, things change.
Right.
Drastically.
Now, with that being said, if he can pull the Lakers through and get to the Western Finals, I'll really give him more credit.
You gonna give him the Western Finals or Conference Finals? Either or. Because if he do, I'm telling you.
Yeah, if he do
either one.
I'll give him more. I'll throw more props his way. I honestly will, because I thought it was a great business move going to LA. But as far as getting out of the West,
that's tough.
That's gonna be. If you had done this 6 years ago, you had better chance.
Right.
In my eyes.
Right.
You understand? But now that you're older, and the West is tough.
You got the Golden State. You have the Houston Rockets. You have OKC.
Exactly.
San Antonio is always going to be San Antonio, regardless.
Like Portland can be scary.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And from what I'm seeing in the West, you have the Utahs that's on the up.
Yep.
You have Denver that's putting a roster together. So it's going to be tough.
Yeah, I agree.
It's going to be tough.
If he can orchestrate that in any way, shape, or form, because, like I said, we know what the Lakers were last year.
Right.
And if he can orchestrate this thing to get them playoffs and Western Conference Finals, it says a lot about the guy.
As long as they don't have any shade on it. Like, like how the Patriots have those little... As long as they don't have nothing that well, not only me, but the world. I don't want to see... You get calls already.
Right.
It's just, I don't want to see stuff that's basically showing you that the league is behind him for him to get to the final.
Right. You've seen that on the east side. You've seen it on the east side.
And
I don't think they can do that on the west though.
That's what I want to see. I want to see his pure talent, if that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Take him to that next. Well, take that team to the next.
Yeah,
because he really don't have another level to go. If you ask me.
I mean, if he keep increasing,
to me, what else can he do?
I mean, he already averaging a triple-double in finals. He's been to 8 straight.
And like I said, I've watched basketball transition since Dr. J, his last years in the league. I was before the Heat became a team. I was a big 76ers fan. You understand?
Right.
So I saw Dr. J transfer the Sixers to give the baton to Charles Barkley and so forth.
Right.
You feel me? But it's like with LeBron and with even the MJ years, you got to a point. Okay, that's why I say he can never be greater than Mike.
No,
because you got to that point in the '80s where Mike got his 6 rings. It's like, what else could he do? You 6-0 in titles. What else could I expect? You were the MVP in the championships. You were the MVP of the league. What else could I expect from this guy? I'm not a person that wants you to go team to team to do it, but that's what LeBron changed.
Right.
I can go team to team and get titles.
And put them in the championship every year.
That's what I tell people. LeBron changed the game that way.
Right.
Mike had it in a whole other dimension, which is still going to be in that dimension because nobody's going to be in that dimension with Michael Jordan.
I agree.
But the newer era, LeBron has set this thing to look. I can transfer. I can go from team to team and take titles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which it shouldn't have, but it overshadows what Kobe did.
Yeah.
Because people, to me, skip from Michael to LeBron and they forget about Kobe.
Yeah, they totally forgot about Kobe. I'm telling you, totally.
Like, whoa.
That's why when people like Kobe, I'm like, see, now here's the problem. You compare Kobe to LeBron, or you have that comparison where you can't, because they're comparing LeBron to Mike.
It's crazy. So with that being said, that's why I think LeBron has changed and showed a different element of an athlete.
He did.
He's not only an athlete no more. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah,
like,
more than that.
I'm
more than that.
Exactly.
I speak out on whatever injustices I want.
And I applaud that.
Yeah.
You know, anybody. And what the injustice is, this is what I want people to understand. It's nothing, more satisfying, to see your people behind you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But it is a thing to see other people, whether they're white, Spanish, or whatever, behind you.
Absolutely.
Supporting the same thing you're supporting.
Absolutely.
Because no one looking at it like, oh, it's just a black thing. It's just, no, it's a people thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're human. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right.
True.
You understand? So that's what I'm starting to get when it comes to athletes. That's beyond athletes. We're people. We're changing the world. No matter what color.
Yeah.
Let's just stand behind each other. If it's an idea that I agree with,
right,
and I can support and help you, I'm doing that.
Exactly.
And that's what I think he's starting to open and light the youth with.
Absolutely.
It's more than sport or what the music or the entertainment that you're in. Once you're supportive and financially set or whatever you're doing, now you can step out and do other things and make it happen.
And that's what he's doing.
That's why I applaud him. I say he's bigger than basketball. It's not even about basketball. You know what I mean?
And he's doing that while he's playing.
While he's still playing. So,
think about that. He's doing that while he's still playing.
But that's the question to you now. Can he be focused on basketball?
One thing I do know, in order to be successful in anything, you got to meet it with full presence and power. That means you got to be 100% in. So at any moment that you're not 100% in, you're not going to be as successful. Now, if he's learned to manage things where in the off season, he's hitting the business side hard and also taking care of his body in the way that he does and making sure he's getting his workout in, different ball game. And if his focus is going to be solely focused on basketball during basketball time, that's key. And that'll be something to see, because if he's not distracted by outside businesses and he's able to handle both, that separates him also.
Oh, yeah.
I would definitely give him credit on that if he's able to do that.
And that's what I think his challenge is at the end of the day. I
think he have to challenge himself. Like you said, what else can he do? So I think he just put that challenge on himself. Can I be the elite basketball player and the elite businessman at the same time?
Well, I think he has his priorities definitely in line, because he definitely have people handling.
Absolutely, but
the
handlers are. You know what? The handlers in line.
Exactly. So that's why I applaud him as far as that goes, because I'm seeing from afar, like watching TV produced by LeBron James. Really?
When he had time to do that.
Exactly. So I'm like, wow, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Anybody that's doing anything positive. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. That's how I look at life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anybody doing anything positive, no matter creed, color, skin color, none of that religion, none of that crap matter to me.
Exactly.
So that's the seed I would like to plant to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's support each other as long as it's worthy.
Right.
So.
Right. So we gonna wrap things up and get on out of here, unless there's something else you want to talk about.
Did you before we leave? Did you catch the fight this weekend?
I didn't, but I saw who won. Man. Fight came on Friday night, right?
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Crawford.
Okay, so listen, I seen the lead up when he went in I seen the lead up.
He gave it to him.
Did he? And the guy never been knocked down.
Never been knocked down.
And he got knocked down.
Got knocked out. But it was a good fight. Good fight.
How do you see Crawford progressing from here on out?
That's my boy. That's my boy. I think Crawford is the next Mayweather.
Yeah?
I think he's the next Mayweather, and I'm going to stand behind that, because this guy can box. He's like elite. I don't see nobody beating him no time soon.
Ooh.
I want to leave it with that. Crawford's the next Mayweather.
And speaking of Mayweather, is the Mayweather-Packard fight on, or what they got going on, man?
I just heard today the guy who just beat Conor McGregor called him out now.
Call who?
Mayweather out. Mayweather, you're 50-0. I'm 27-0. Let's make it happen.
See, people gotta learn to stay in their lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
And I'm hoping, I pray, even with the Pacquiao fight, I hope Mayweather don't even pay it no attention. It's over with. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
You got the record. You're still undefeated. Leave it alone.
That's it. That's how you get hurt.
That's my question to him. Like what I said about LeBron. What else do you have to prove?
Yeah, there's nothing else you have to prove.
You don't have to do anything else.
Get you a fighter, train him up. That's it.
Exactly.
Get you a fighter, train him up. Because there's nothing else that you can do. You have nothing to prove to anybody.
Now you're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah, they already thought you was going to lose to the first MMA fighter who was good. And now he's still getting knocked out.
That's it.
That makes no sense.
That's it.
Yeah, but I did hear that Crawford did come out with the victory, though. I didn't see it, but... So you got him as me in the next Mayweather.
The next Mayweather.
Okay, that's something to watch.
Yep. TC.
All right, we're going to wrap it up and get out of here. One thing we do know, sports unifies us all. So check us out, Sports Talk, Takara and Devin.
Yes, sir.
Over and out.